Hey, hey, happy 2018, everybody. How are you all doing? Hope you had a fantastic night last night and hope you are not suffering for it today. Yeah, all in all, I hope you had a great welcome to what we deem is going to be something different. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. So, my name is Susie Belcher, and you can find me on my fan page, which is Susie Belcher's Online Success. Alternatively, you can find me on my personal page, which is Susie Belcher, or my blog, which is susiebelcher.com. So I would love to see who is up and about this morning. If you are joining the live, do pop a 1 in the comments, and if you are watching the recording, which I'm sure most of you are, or will be, post a 2 in the comments. So how was the holidays? How was everything was it everything that you hoped it would be? Did you spend lots of time with family? Did you spend lots of time reflecting? What is it? Did you start making new goals? What is it that you guys have been doing to motivate yourself and to get yourself on board for this year? Just gonna, don't know why nobody's hopping on. Maybe everybody's asleep. Anyway, it's 4:30 in the afternoon here, so New Year's is gone. It's gone. And I really wanted to talk a little bit about that today, because why is it that we think that just because it's another day and another year, that we think that anything is going to be different? Why is it that we put ourselves into this false belief that everything's going to be different and everything's going to be better than it was and everything's going to be, completely wrapped up in cotton wool and schmoozy? It's not, right? It is absolutely not. Why is it that we reflect so much on how negative last year was and how, oh my goodness, don't want to get, thank God 2017's gone and blah, 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 blah. Why? 2017 was a gift to all of us. 2017 was a blessing to all of us that have had the time, because it's gone now. 2017 was a gift that we were able to build our businesses, whether we did or not. We were able to create new friendships, whether we did or not. Whether we, whether we grew physically and whether we grew mentally, whether we did or not. But everybody sort of says, well, thank God 2017's gone. Well, okay, but have you not learned anything from 2017? Have we not learned anything at all from 2017? I really would like to know, because, we reflect so much on the negative, and you are what you attract. So if we are harping on and huffing and puffing and going, oh, 2017 was such a bad year, and oh my God, I don't want another one. And it's like, well, hello, what are you attracting? What is it that you are talking about that you're attracting? The universe is listening. And at the end of the day, be grateful. There's a lady who, a friend of mine who has spent her whole holidays in hospital because her parents are not doing so well. And, she just, every single time she posts, it's all about how thankful she is that she has that time that she's still got with them. This is, 2017 was a blessing. 2017, whether we like it or not, we just have to have a look, and we have to see how it is that we've grown, and how it is that we have strengthened our business. It's not all in vain. It really isn't. And I'll tell you a little story. Thank you very much for the thumbs up. I'll tell you a little story. This time last year, I was completely unable to drive my car because I couldn't afford the fuel. I was completely unable to keep the power on. I had no power, i.e. electricity, right? Power, no power, because I couldn't afford to pay for it. I had to buy water because I couldn't afford the water bill. I was 6 months in arrears on my rent. I ended up selling both my vehicles. I ended up selling most of my furniture. I ended up doing what it was that I had to do to survive. And this is where, you know, the question comes in as to why do we think that things are going to be different if we're not prepared to change it up? Why is it that we think that everything's going to be this, you know, absolutely hunky-dory if we just continue what we're doing? Listen, it hasn't worked before, so it's not going to work. Whatever it is that you're doing, and if you're struggling, it's not going to work. So you've got to up the ante. You've got to really push through, and you've got to start at the beginning. And, you know, for some reason, in the past couple of weeks, and it was really bizarre because I went on safari where I had no network over Christmas, and what happened was when I got back, I was on the leaderboards because I pushed, and I pushed hard, and I'm gonna continue to push because now I realize that sitting on the fence going, I don't know if I want to do a Facebook Live today, and I don't know, I'll just continue, but yeah, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. So I've done a blog today, and the blog essentially is setting your intentions for 2018, because really what we have to do is we like I just said, we have to up the ante. And, you know, the thing is if you want to create a change in your life, you need to begin with the advice and the pressure to resolve and to be our best selves ever. And it should have started yesterday. It should have started 2 weeks ago. It doesn't matter what the date is. It doesn't matter what the time is. It doesn't matter what year it is. If you want this bad enough, you've got to do it now. It doesn't matter. You know, if you want it, then you're going to go for it. And, you know, the moral of my story, you know, with regards to selling everything and surviving, which is very similar to my leopard attack, which I'll be talking to you a little bit about a bit later. But, you know, it's very similar because if you want it bad enough, you will do anything to get it, absolutely anything. So, oh, I hear monkeys, which means my dogs are going to go ballistic. Anyway, so, you know, whether you embrace your resolutions or you eschew it, okay, we see a lot of merit in making resolutions, especially for our home businesses. Why is that? Well, the reason for that is that, you know, it's very difficult to keep disciplined. And we need to really set goals to keep the discipline. These intentions can serve us, you know, as a guiding compass for our efforts. But it also is set there to evaluate our progress. And, you know, the new year, so let's look at it as doing something new, because it's just called New Year. You know, so let's look at it as something new, and it's a perfect opportunity for a fresh start and some new business planning, right? So as I said earlier, if it's not working, if it wasn't working in 2017 and you had a crap year, perhaps it's time that you need to analyze and self-reflect and look at what it is that wasn't working and try something different, okay? Try something new. Step out of that comfort zone and really just go for it. What have you got to lose? You're not doing very well anyway at the moment, so What have you got to lose? Not a lot. You've got everything to gain. Absolutely everything to gain. Okay, so I've got 6 tips here for you today. Okay, the first one is be smart. S-M-A-R-T. S for specific. M for measurable. A for achievable or accountable. R for realistic. And T for timed. Okay, we have a lot of time problems here. So SMART goals allow you to see clearly where you want your business to go, and where you should meet your objectives. And when everyone in your service or your opportunity is aware of your SMART resolutions, you'll find it easier to work together, and that's a huge bonus. Work together. Let's try and work together, because together we can. Singly is difficult. It's hard. I know. I struggle. I've got ADHD, or I get bored very, very quickly. And a friend of mine was laughing at me because I posted something on my story, and I was sitting in a bank and I was so bored. And basically what happened was I started, playing around with these filters, and I just started posting them, and she thought it was hilarious. But I just get so bored so quickly. So you've got to, we've got to be able to just, up the ante a bit, and set our goals and do things out of our comfort. So number 2 is don't play it safe. Do not play it safe. You've played it safe for too long. Don't do it. Like I just said, what is it that you've got to lose? You've got pretty much zippity zip to lose. You've got everything to gain. So, Seth Godin once said, if it scares you, it might be a good thing to try, right? So, setting goals that are within our comfort zone won't push us. So how do we know our capabilities if we don't get pushed? How do we know that? Make a commitment this year to go big or go home. Honestly. Because, and my commitment this year is go big or go home. I am sick and tired of sitting on the fence. I'm sick and tired of expecting things to happen and me being a couch potato and nothing working. So that is my commitment this year, is I'm going big. If you want to come with me, you're very welcome. But that's what I'm going to do. And I am going to do it because I saw my progress last year. It was, look, don't get me wrong. It was probably one of the hardest years I've ever had. But it's also been the most rewarding year that I've ever had, because I tested my capability and I tested my strength. And I know that I'm quite capable of doing a lot more than what I thought I was. So always keep rewards in mind, based on that. Always reward yourself. Always look at how far you've come. Always look at yourself as, regardless of, who you are, if you're a solo entrepreneur or if you're in a big company, it's always important to reward yourself when you're making a big achievement. And this, rewarding yourself could be something tiny. It could be something retail. It could be something, on your bucket list. It could be just hosting a party. It doesn't matter. It's what makes you happy. It's what motivates you to do more. So no matter how big or small your gesture, keep rewards in mind, because that will also motivate your team as well. Number 4 is also just consult and engage with your team on a regular basis. We often get so many ideas and tips and tricks and clues as to, what people are thinking and what people's pains are, and how we can help that. And, consulting and engaging with your team is essential to the growth of your business. You may want to set some challenges and things like that. These are great motivators for your team. And like I said earlier, together, it's so much stronger. It's so much better and so much stronger. So number 5 is, like I've been saying all along, head for change. Okay. If you didn't get the results that you wanted last year, move it up, step it up a bit, change it up, try different strategies, test yourself. Because if you keep it the same, what's that Albert Einstein said, if the definition of insanity is doing something over and over and over again, expecting the same result. So if you're doing something that's not working, that's not producing results, I would quit that and start looking at something that you can get results in. And you can only know if you try it out. So, and number 5, okay, this is really, really, really important. And this is one thing that I did. And, even when I had no electricity, even when I didn't have a vehicle, even when I was selling bits of furniture this time last year, okay, I invested in myself. And it just blows me away, because at the end of the day, had I not invested in myself, I wouldn't have gotten the benefits of what I got out of last year. And, we're so hard on ourselves. We're so hard on, oh, I can't afford it. If you want this bad enough, you will find the money to afford it. Throughout my 12 months last year, I continued to pay for my primary company, and I continued to pay for my secondary company. And that probably amounted to about $300 per month that I had to find with no electricity. I had to find that with no vehicle. I had to find that begging, borrowing, and stealing. Well, not stealing, but begging and borrowing. Because, at the end of the day, my belief in this business and my passion for this business is you can't stop it. You can't stop it. So, it really, we invest in think about it. We invest in all sorts of other things in our lives. We invest in Wi-Fi, TV, electricity, like I've said, learning how to drive, learning how to lose weight, or going to the gym. But ask yourself this very simple question. How am I going to invest in myself to make my business successful? We do all sorts of other things because it's good for us. We do all sorts of other things like going to the gym. I did my first spinning class yesterday. We do these things because it's good for us. Investing in yourself to promote your business is good for you and the outcome of what your business is going to become. So, I really hope that you have got value out of this today. It doesn't seem that there's anybody on, Zyra. It's really weird. We haven't had a single click. That's so bizarre. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to also just let you know about my leopard charge. So I was on safari, and it was Christmas Day, actually. It was the 25th of December. And we were coming back from a game drive, and we came across this monster male leopard. It was dark, or it was literally just getting dark. And we had one of those huge handheld spotlights, and we were, shining on the leopard. And perhaps that was a good thing, because it couldn't really see where we were. And we were all sitting on the roof, because we have roof hatches. This is what we do on safari. And we were all sitting on the roof. And we got quite complacent with it, right? So what happened was the young lady who was holding the spotlight started to look to see what else was around, and the leopard saw its opportunity. That's all I'm going to tell you, okay? Because then comes the really exciting stuff. and I'm not going to spoil it because I'm being interviewed on Sunday, and my interview on Sunday is with regards to how, you know, how I compare my wildlife adventures with my online business. And you know, it's really important because there's a lot of fear that went in there, and there was a lot of letting down the guards, and that's why the leopard saw its opportunity. So I will be absolutely thrilled to be talking about it. You can see the link. I will be posting the link to my interview. I'm being interviewed by a sensational lady, and I am being interviewed on Sunday, and I will send you the link with regards to it. So stay tuned onto my page. It will be posted onto my page. It will be posted onto my blog, and it will also be posted onto my personal page. So that's really exciting stuff. That's really exciting. The second thing that I wanted to end with was, now that we've spoken about intentions, and now that we've spoken about, you know, looking and self-analyzing and doing all of that, you know, I really wanted to just, you know, see, you know, because we've spoken about belief, because we've spoken about investment, because we've spoken about the passion for this business, the passion for being able to stay at home with our families, the passion for having the freedom that we want, the passion for this lifestyle. Okay, what is it? How is it that you're going to change it up? And how is it that you're going to start? So I am setting out with good intention, and I will be hosting a challenge that starts on Monday, so in a week's time, and it's an accountability challenge. It's completely free, and what we'll be doing is we'll be mapping out goals, we'll be setting out intention, we'll be looking at how we can be more accountable in our business at home. So if you want to join, I've posted the link already. If you want to join, do click that link and sign up. It's completely free.